ఏది లైవ్ వేసియా? ఓకే.
Okay, Abhishek. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gaming. In the first match, we have Team Akuma versus Team OS playing on map Ascent in standard mode. On Team OS, we have Pinking,
ఇప్పుడు ఓవర్ టైప్
Yuki, Rorschach, and Hazard with stepsis. Team Akuma, we have Lord Swift, Mini Swift, Random Frequency, Hookage, and Sin and God. Let's get it started. Check. Page మార్చాలి. Okay, starting up, we have Team Akuma on attacker side with Team OS starting with we have Okay, we have Team Akuma filling in the attacker spot with Team OS taking in the defender side. The match will be starting in 30 seconds. We have only two of the Akuma's team joining in with the third random frequency. Justin, we are still waiting for Hokage and Sun. Right. Each and everyone is in.
Select your agent.
And 10 seconds. Let's get it started. Maximum దగ్గర కావాలి. Okay. OS clan, OS clan is getting some support on chat with not much support for Team Akuma in chat, but let's see how it goes. Okay. Let's see. We have all players in game and ready. First round starting in 20 seconds. Team OS is pushing up. They're taking up positions with both in A and B. Okay. On side B, we have 4 members of the defender sides pushing in to already up. They're all piled in, waiting in. Team OS is pretty spread out, trying to get their chance. OS thinking, holding near the site, staying low, being stealthy. Senin got trying to get a angle on thinking, but right with 55 seconds left on the match, 2 players of Team Akuma are down with 4 players left on Team OS.
Blinded. One enemy remaining.
Team OS making quick work of Team Akuma with last player random frequency falling to the hands of OS thinking. The first match is done with OS thinking taking Team OS taking the lead. Right. Team OS switching it up, taking positions with splitting up, two holding A, two holding B, and one holding mid. Let's see. Team Akuma readying up, preparing themselves on side B as the match starts.
Hawk out! Blinded.
OS Stepsis is ready and is pushing in.
Scout destroyed.
Uses his scout, but it gets destroyed. Stepsis peeks in, gets a kill on Lord Swift. They're all pushing into B as Team OS starts repositioning into B. Rorschach gets a wide angle, takes out the LMG and kills Sin and Ball. Hazard falls to the hands of random frequency and is, with 1 minute left on, we have 1 versus 2. OS Pinking holding the angle with players pushing in. And he goes down in the hands of Mini Swift. Team Akuma takes a point. Right. Alright, moving into the next round, we have Team Akuma preparing themselves with Team OS repeating the same stats, but let's see how it does. Team Akuma clustering in with Team OS being properly spread. Random frequency tries to get a few shots off with the LMG, but gets no hits.
Bomb buddy out.
And then got pushes in, tries to get an angle, and he gets taken down by Rorschach, who gets a double kill with Mini Swift and then got going down. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock, we have 4 versus 2 as we enter the last minute of the match. Steps is pushing in carefully.
Yeah.
Lord Swift getting a heal, peeking, and getting a kill on Yuki. It's
player
2v2,
standing.
but Lord Swift goes down in the hands of Stepsis. Now it's 1v2 in the hands of Random Frequency, who starts fake planting, but he is outflanked by both members. And he gets taken down in the hands of others. With 3 matches down, we have 2-1 on the scoreboard with Team OS taking the lead. Alright, let's go. Team Akuma sticking together, playing well, but on the scoreboard we have Rorschach and Random Frequency on the score. Highest skill leaders as with a KD of 5/2 each. Random Frequency gets hit by a hawk.
Scout destroyed. Hawk out. Blinded. Hawk out.
Stepsis tries to send out another hawk, gets blinds Mini Swift and takes him down. Takes down Sen and got 2, but falls in the hands of Lord Swift. Rorschach, Pinking, and Yuki, the last members on trying to attack. Team Akuma bringing it to into a 3v3 situation as Lord Swift, the spy carrier, tries to move in and switch over to Peace. He's about to come into the face of Rorschach, and he gets taken down while playing with his knife.
1 enemy remaining.
Too bad. As Pinking goes down in the hands of Hawkeye, we have Rorschach and Yuki, who swiftly take down Hawkeye. Yuki starts defusing, and this is another win for Team OS. GG's. Alright, moving into the 5th match of the round, we have Team OS in the lead with 3 points and Team Akuma with 1 point, with a single point on the scoreboard, we have Rorschach of Team OS with a KD of 3.5 leading the scoreboard. On Team OS, we have Random Frequency at a 1.66 KD, but it's up to Team Akuma to come get ready with the comeback. Let's see what happens.
Blinded.
Right. Team OS gets blinded by the use of Omen's ability. OS King holding down. Alright. With 1 minute left on the clock, we have no deaths on either team. Team Akuma grouping themselves on B, trying to put down cover and move into start planting. They're being hit from behind, and with swift kills, 2 players each of Team OS and T-Com
Spike
go down.
planted.
Alright, the spike is being planted with 3 versus 3. Random frequency goes down in the hands of Yuki. Yuki holding in the
One
upper
enemy
position
remaining.
and takes down the starts diffusing, and which we have another win for Team OS. Sepsis gets the defuse, and it's 4-1 as we enter into the 6th match of the round. Let's get it on. After the end of the 5th round, we have Rorschach still leading the scoreboard with a KD of 8/3. Pretty good, pretty good. Moving in, each team is armoring up, getting ready as Stepsis prepares her hawk. Moving in, Stepsis managed to blind one person and moves in with Wolf, but gets taken down. Tries to get another blinding out, but is shot down again. Team Akuma holding down the angle, trying to defend against Stepsis, but Stepsis appears to have moved out. Stepsis gets a higher advantage position and gets 2 kills because of bad grouping by Team Akuma as Lord's goes down. Yuki, but on the other hand, Team OS falls to the hands of Random Frequency, who gets taken down by Hazard. Sin and God trying to get a flank as Team Akuma is properly split up. Trying to get a wide flank in. Sin and God tries to move in to retake the spike. Mini Swift on a flank tries to move in, meets a player and takes down Pinking.
You will not kill my
30
ally.
seconds left.
Okay, strikes
One
the spike,
enemy
but he
remaining.
gets taken down. Now it's up to
Last player standing.
Mini Swift to get the 1v2 and is in a pretty strong position, and he gets taken down by Stepsis, who gets the angle on. Brilliant tactics by Team OS there as a movement to kill the spike carrier and holding down the fort. Nice work. Alright, moving into the 7th match of the round, we have Stepsis ready with the Hawk as Team Akuma switches out by moving into side B. They're spread out and try to move in. Pinking holding it down by himself, tries to get a camera flag and mark enemies for his team. Rorschach facing a corridor against 5 enemies, all of the team bunching up together as Sepsis tries to slowly move in for a flank. Rorschach and Pinking holding down the entrances to B flag as a Team Akuma tries to switch up by
Opponent killed.
changing the tactics and switching sides. This proves advantageous as they manage to get together. Lord Swift goes down into the hand of UK and Rorschach takes down Spinning Ball.
One enemy remaining. 30
With
seconds
Diamond
left.
Frequency holding the spike, but he goes down in the hands of Rorschach. Rorschach being the MVP with a 4. No, Steps is being an MVP with a 4 kill to death ratio, followed by Rorschach with 11. Moving in, we're entering the 8th round of the match with Team OS just dominating over Team Akuma. Team Akuma switching it over and Steps doesn't manage to get a use of his hawk. Mini Swift and team are blinded by use of Yuki's blinding cloud as they try to manage pinking on the cameras, tries to get the ping on one player and moves back to a secure position. Pinking engages cage and gets
You fought
a
well.
ping on one of the enemies. We have 4v3 as we enter the last minute. Pinking's using his tactic gets taken up by 3. Steps is moving in. Tries to get flanked. Now it's 4v2.
enemy remaining.
Team Akuma is pulling in the
Spike
proper
planted.
lead. Steps just tries to move in, gets a kill on Mini Swift. Now it's 3v3 situation as Lord Swift tries to push in, is about to meet with Stepsis and takes it down. I think it's going to be the start of Team
Wonderful.
Akuma's comeback. Let's see. Match point का हाँ मेरा Okay, lots of faces down a smoke and the group in to mid try to push in. Team Akuma properly using their tacticals as Stepsis tries to get a flank. Stepsis tries to use the follow, but
One
it's too
enemy
late.
remaining.
And Team Akuma with the comeback taking down every player, leaving it up to Stepsis as the only player left, facing off against 3 of Team Akuma. Tries to get a few shots in, but he gets taken down by the Phantom used by random frequency. Team Akuma gets a spike plant. And we move into the next phase. Next round. Alright, on the leaderboard, Steps is still maintaining a 13/5 KD ratio with Lord Swift on Team Akuma being the kill leader. Moving in, Sepsis tries to get use of their hawk and he manages to blind 4 players of Team Akuma, which is a feat. Sepsis still holding the position. Sepsis and Yuki trying to hold a position as Sepsis tries to use their ultimate but gets taken down by Lord Swift with a headshot. Nicely done. Team Akuma pulling in a comeback with a 5v4 situation as we enter the last minute of the game. Moving in, Team Akuma being tactical, moving together as Team OS tries to get a flank, but Rorschach gets taken down. Yuki tries to move in, watches his teammate go down, peeks the same angle, and goes down too.
Flawless.
We have a flawless win with Team Akuma pulling a 5v0 against Team OS. Is this going to be a proper comeback? Let's see. Alright, moving in. Team Akuma preparing themselves, getting close. Pinking tries to get into position and deploys his camera to start marking his targets. Senengod with a height advantage takes down Rorschach, using the high ground, literally. Moving in, Senengod tries to blind as Team Akuma managed to get a 3v3. Senengod tries to take down Pinking, but he gets taken down by Stepsis, who has the flank. Now it moves into a 2v3 situation with Team Akuma managing to plant the spike. Lord Swift takes out his nade launcher as Stepsis and Hazard try to move in from different angles. Hazard with a cheeky wallbang possible, but holds his fire. They communicate, start moving in.
Last player standing.
Uses his power, but gets taken down by. You can see Team OS goes down. It's a 6v5 situation. This will finish the 11th.
Last round in the half.
Okay, we have Senengod trying to go solo by faking into mid as Team Akuma pushes together. Stepsis Hazard holding down B side. 6 retreats to spawn. Tries to check if anyone is flanking. Rorschach and OS Pinking holding down A side. Okay, we have players going down. Moves to 3v4 situation with OS losing 3
You
players.
will not kill my allies.
Rorschach tries to deploy his.
Embarrassing.
Rorschach gets taken down by Minister before finishing. Yuki and Pinking push in, gets taken down by 2 players on each side. We have a 1v3 situation, but Yuki goes down. Now we have managed to equalize the score as we enter the second half of the round with teams switching sides. Alright, we have Team OS now on the defender side preparing themselves, moving up to A site as
This should
Team OS prepare themselves. With 10 seconds in the first round of the second half, let's see how it goes. Mini Swift holding the angle as Team OS starts pushing in. Tay gets 1 kill. He's being chased, and he gets hurt. Team OS pushing into A side. Mini Swift gets 1 kill on Yuki as Stepsis and
Last player standing.
as Pinking is the last player, but he gets taken down. Team Akuma coming in with the comeback we enter into the 14th round. Now it's up to Team OS to pull back and let's get the W SOR. It's going to be a SOR day.
I'm buying.
Moving in, we have Team OS preparing themselves to attack. Mini Swift getting ready to counter. Moves in, gets a proper headshot on Mini Swift, gets a proper headshot on Rorschach and starts retreating. Team OS starts pushing into A site. Hazard gets into position below Team. Yuki gets the spike planted as he deploys a blinding cone and
One
takes down
enemy remaining.
Sun and God, but goes down in the hands of Mini Swift and Random Frequency. Now it's one more win for Team
Here.
Akuma as Random Frequency diffuses the spike. GG's.
Thanks. Shame. I love explosions.
Akuma with the comeback, pulling out a dominant 8v6 against Team OS as OS starts strategizing. Team Akuma preparing themselves on A side with few of them holding mid. Mini Swift gets a different angle, is prepared for the snipes. Is he going to deliver another headshot like the last round?
Blinded.
Starting in, we have a peek and a headshot. Mini Swift takes down Rorschach. That's just beautiful. Steps the takedown Lord Swift. It moves into a 4v4 situation as Team OS tries to move into B mid. Yuki takes down Sun and God as they regroup and start moving into side B. Yuki holding the angle. Team OS starting to regroup and push back to B. In a blinding cone. Tries to push out. Random Frequency tries to get a few
enemy
shots
remaining.
but is taken down by Yuki. Hazard on the other hand takes down Hokage as Mini Swift is the last player left. And he gets detected by
Planet.
Pinking's camera. Spike gets planted. Now it's up to Mini Swift if we can get the win. Mini Swift moves around, tries to think of a flanking strategy as Team OS sets up their angles. Mini Swift back at spawn, most probably trying to save as Spike almost. Yep, Mini Swift trying to save. Now it doesn't try to push in as
Results.
the attackers win the match. Team OS with a win finally after their continuous losing streak, pulling it up to 7-8 in the scoreboard. We on Team OS we have Stepsis as the kill leader with 16-11. Team Akuma we have Mini Swift with a astoundingly beautiful kill to death ratio of 22-9. Team OS gets their positioning in as Team Akuma gets ready to attack. Move in, Pinking switching it over to
Time to hunt.
Spawn to go back and switch their spike. Okay, we have Random Frequency holding down A site,
Hawk out.
and as Mini Swift coming in with the snipes and taking down Pinking. Mini Swift with the second swipe taking down Rorschach, tries to get another angle in, and with the third snipe takes down Hazard.
Last player standing.
Mini Swift Swift on a hot streak with an ace by Mini Swift. Beautiful 5 kills, wiping out Team OS as we enter into the 17th round of the match.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Have let's see, Mini Swift ready with the snipes, gets one on Rorschach. Yes, okay. Mini Swift with another snipe, and the spike gets planted by Team OS. Holding down side B in boathouse. Team Akuma tries to push in, and Hazard goes down in the hands of random frequency. We have
One enemy
Steps is
remaining.
going down and Thinking going down in the hands of Lord Swift, and his Team Akuma gets down all of the Team OS, moving their score up to 10 with 7 points to Team OS.
Here.
Mini Swift pulling in the ace, pushing his kill to death ratio with 30 is absolutely dominating the leaderboard. Let's see. We need some more cheeky snipes. Moving in, prepped himself. Mini Swift holding down A site all by
I've got your
himself.
trail.
Tries to hold it down as Team OS moves in, and Stepsis get a kill on Hookers on site A. Stepsis tries to move in to get a flank, is about to meets random frequency and goes down in the hands of the flank. Senin God trying to hold down,
Down and
but is
out.
blocked by the barrier and goes down in the hands of Rorschach.
One enemy remaining.
Random frequency holding down with his teammate as Lord Swift takes down Rorschach. It's a 1v3 situation for Team OS as we enter this minute. And Yuki takes down random frequency. We have a 1v2 situation with Mini Swift to get Yuki to peek out. Gets an angle on him as Yuki starts planting.
Spike planted.
Yuki gets a minus to get the spike planted, but it goes Lord Swift. Mini Swift and Lord Swift and they start diffusing. The score
Sorry to spoil the party.
moves up to 11-7 with Team Akuma taking the win. Alright, it's now the 19th round of the match with Team OS at 7 points, needing to bring back the domination which they showed in the first 6 rounds. Alright, let's get it on. Teemo is moving in. Oh, Teemo is moving into A side, tries to face against Mini Swift snipe. Moving in, random frequency falls down in the hands of
Return to
Rorschach.
dust.
It's an escape. Biohazard. It's now a 3v4 situation with Stepsis, Yuki, and Pinking holding down the B site as Pinking managed to get the spike down. Alright. With Yuki with the teleport, it's a
Last
2v.
player standing.
It's a 1v4 situation. And the situation and thinking managed to go a cheeky revive done by team Akuma there. Beautiful work by Sen and God reviving the team.
Match point.
Alright, we went to the match point of the game as Team Akuma needs just one to move to the next grouping for the tournament. Team OS better get their guns on side because they need to start getting the kills and start getting their wins. Moving in, Sen and God moves solo to move to A side, places down a barrier, tries to get some elevation using as Team OS splits up and strategizes to separate out and take them down. Mini Swift taking out the sniper gets a lot of damage and he goes down in the hands of Rorschach. Sen and God goes down in the hands. Okay. It's a 5v3 situation with Team OS in the lead.
One enemy remaining.
With a 4v1 situation, Team OS making it a match point of planning or making sure that Team Kim does not get the win. Absolutely dominating. We have Yuki preparing the spike. B as random frequency tries to push in. Moving through the defender side spawn, tries to get an angle on. Tries to get an angle on Hazard. Patiently waits, strafes, and holds position. Random frequency face to face with Yuki. Tries to get a few shots with Yuki's retreat. As Hazard takes on random frequency and the attackers make their comeback with their win. Moving into the 21st round of the game, we have Stepsis of Team OS on the top of the leaderboard with 1.3 kill to death ratio, with Mini Swift on Team Akuma with an almost 3 kill ratio. Moving in, UK with a spike. Random frequency takes down Rorschach. UK is Hazard takes on random frequency as we move into 4v4 situation. 4v3 situation as Mini Swift manages to take down Hazard. Slowly, Teemo is slowly edging into B site as Stepsis goes down in the hands of Mini Swift. Yuki, being the last player alive, faces against Hokage, who uses the tailwind, but it's of no use as Team Akuma takes the win with 13-8. 13-8 and Mini Swift on top of the leaderboard. Beautiful game as Team Akuma progresses into the next stage of the tournament. It's a GG for Team OS. Nicely done. Sweet. Alright, we are clearing up now. Switching over to the next two teams and ready for the tournament. Chapra. Next up we have Team Resurgence. We have Team Resurgence led by Necromancer against Team Furious 5. Furious 5 led by Dark Clown. Dark Clown. Alright, that was a valiant effort by Team OS pulling it down, but of no use as Team Akuma takes the win. Let's set up the next match. We have Team Resurgence led by Necromancer. We have Resurgence with Necromancer, Falguna, Diablo. Anirudh.
Yeah,
No. Wait. One second.
Anirudh, Rahul,
Sap, who is Sap?
Frivis.
Sap is my friend. Like, Frivis 7. Hello, Frivis.
Yep.
Yeah. Frivis.
I am substitute.
ప్రివిస్ ఏందిరా ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారు ఎవరో ఒకరు వెళ్ళిపోండి.
1 second.
గురు ప్రివిస్ వచ్చి మాధవ్, ప్రివిస్ 11 వచ్చి మాధవ్.
సుశాను డిఫెండర్స్.
ఓకే, నువ్వు చూడలేవంట ఆకాష్.
ఓకేలే.
ఆకాశ ఆడ్డా
సాప్ మంత్రు
Bro, Susan.
Which channel?
Yeah. Hello.
గురు శాప్ ఆడతాడా అడ్డా?
Hello.
Okay,
Susan, friend.
we're setting up the next match.
మాధవ్
We have
ఆడుతున్నాడు.
on the attackers team,
వచ్చిండ్రా.
we have the Furious. No, on the attackers. On the attackers team, we have Furious 5 with Frivis, Rahul, Anirudh, Darklon, and Frivis 11. On the defenders team, we have Necromancer, Susan, Sakib, unknown user, and Akshaj. Let's get started. Yeah,
ఇంకోటి వస్తున్నా.
all the teams are set.
1 minute bro.
All teams set.
1 minute.
ఐదుగురు ఉన్నాం ప్రస్తుతం.
So already. Confirm. Okay, starting the match on Abhishek. Okay. Again, starting up, we have on the attackers team, we have the Furious 5 with Frivis, Rahul, Anirudh, Darkclown, and Frivis 11. On the defenders team, we have Resurgence with Sakib, user Chuds, Necromancer, and Susano, setting up their agents, and we are prepared to start the match. Let's get it on. Players locking it in, and let's get started. Okay. 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 Moving in on Team Resurgence, we taking in the defender side, taking up position as we start the first round of the match. Saqib holding down side B all by himself as team 5 tries to push in on a
Our
group
spike is
together.
down.
They comes in the face of Necromancer. Necromancer takes down Anirudh and he gets bit by Specialist. Rahul manages to explode Akshaj and Necromancer goes down to 1 HP. It's a tight situation as Susano tries to get a slow but sure flank as Team 5 tries to, change up their strategy and Susano tries to face against Rahul. Let's take it. We enter a 3v4 situation as we enter the last 40 seconds of the match.
Healing you.
Team 5 holding down their spawn, not really pushing in.
30 seconds left.
Right. Another player, Frivis 11 of Team 5 goes down.
Spike planted.
As Team 5 managed to get the spike planted, they managed to start holding down the boathouse as they're about to start encountering Necromancer. Necromancer moves in with enemies on the other side. So unknown user pushing in the same angle, moves in. Tries to get a few shots in, but he gets
Last
taken down.
player
Saqib
standing.
goes in, gets headshotted by Rahul as user goes down in the hands of Frivis. It's 1-0 as we enter the second round with Team 5 gaining the lead. Okay, we have Team 5 setting themselves up, set to attack B side. Let's see how it goes. Anirudh starts pushing in, slowly holding. Places down a turret, gets us some damage on the enemies, but it's not enough for them. Saqib moves in, faces against the bot, and he takes him down. Goes down the hands of Anirudh.
Spike planted.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2v2 situation against Team 5 and Resurgence with Akshaj and User. Spike is planted as
Last player standing.
User tries to face against Anirudh, gets taken down. Akshaj tries to move in. Tough luck facing against a turret and 2 players. Takes down the turret but starts getting wall bang. Takes it down. It's a 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some likes and subscriptions for the beautiful play by Team 5. Team Resurgence preparing themselves, needing to get a win as Team 5 moves in to probably get their third win of the match. But let's see if Team Resurgence managed to pull out a comeback. Moving in, Team 5 arrives on time to get into side B. Faces against a bot deployed by Saki, but he gets countered. Beautiful placement of a wall by user as blocking in the entrance to side B. Frivis takes down Sakib and manages to start pushing it into B. User takes down Frivis, is about to face against 3 players and he goes down. And
One enemy remaining.
it's all up to Necromancer with his LMG easy to get it. Spike is down and Anirudh manages to tries to get a turret down, but it's of no avail as Rampage takes Necromancer to get the win. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a like and subscribe for the absolute beautiful win streak started by Team Furious 5. Let's go.
Bomb buddy out.
Okay, moving into the 4th round, we have Team 5 holding mid, changing up their strategy as Susano, who has managed to teleport over and is trying to get an angle on. All players pushing into mid as Susano starts retreating to spawn. Moving up, we have Frivis trying to move in, but he gets taken down. Frivis 11 behind him almost ran into a player, but he still
Spike
manages to
planted.
sneak. Spike goes down by Team Furious 5 at site A. Anirudh moving in, trying to get the knife out. Doesn't manage to get himself killed, which is extremely surprising. Barrier goes down, we have a 5v3 situation, and Anirudh goes down in hands of Saki. We have 5v2 situation going down as Susano moves in to start defusing. Dark Clown takes down Akshaj, and
One
Dark Clown
enemy remaining.
couldn't save it as Team Resurgence gets their first win of the game. Maybe the start of their comeback by defusing the spike. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a like and subscribe for this comeback. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move into the 5th round of the game. Frivis taking down 2 players, making it a 5v3 situation. They managed to blind out user who is retreating. Team Furious 5 pushing into B starts to get the spike planted as we enter the last minute of the match. Anirudh gets his turret down and spawn grenade and alarm bot down. We have a 4v2 situation as Susano gets to kill Rahul.
One enemy remaining.
Dark Clown takes down Susano as we have unknown user being the last player left.
For you.
Unknown user managed to get a kill, uses his heal and gets up to 64 health. It's a 1v3 situation which will be a tough call for unknown user unless he tries to move to get a flank and falls down in the hands of fire. The score is 4-1 as we finish up the 5th round of the game. Okay. With the 6th round, Furious 5 pushing in, grouping in between B site and mid. Let's see their strategy.
Go get him.
It's going to be a face-off against both teams as all of them push into mid and B at the same time. Darklon gets blinded by the opponent's Omen, but has a few tricks up their sleeve. Shots go down, but no kills on either team as of yet. Darklon tries to push in, comes to face off against Susanoo, but Susanoo gets the drop on him. As we enter the last minute of the match, we have a 4v4 situation with Anirudh carrying this break, getting the turret down, moving into spawn, taking 2 kills on
Last
user
player
and
standing.
Necromancer. It's a 1v1 situation with 1v2 situation with both players of
Spike
Team
planted.
Resurgence with extremely low health.
You
Will
should run.
Team Furious 5 managed to hold down? Let's keep Susanoo and
Alarm bot out.
Susanoo and Sakib trying to move in, but attacker Killjoy by Team Furious 5, but doesn't manage to get any players T-time. Sakib going in, tries to get and takes down. Managed to take down Anirudh. This is another win for Team Resurgence. Beautifully done. At the end of the 6th round, we have Sakib of Team Resurgence with a KD of 6-4, but Rahul of Team Furious 5 leading the scoreboard with a 10-3 kill to death ratio. Nicely done. Okay, moving in. Switching it up. Team Furious 5 holding down A, about to face off against Susanoo. Nice to push cover out. Team Resurgence stuck on A, and Susanoo falls to his death as he's the lone player on A.
Spike
Teams
planted.
pushing in, all teams pushing into A as Team Furious 5 managed to get the spike planted. It's a 4v5 situation. Necromancer tries to get his power-ups down and he gets taken down by Anirudh with a cheeky angle. Moving in, Akshay tries to push down
Last
the
player standing. Flawless.
a weird play by Akshay there trying to push in as Team Furious 5 managed to get a flawless win, wiping out the total team of Resurgence. Moving in, let's get into the 8th round of the game. Team Furious 5 shooting themselves out, setting themselves up. Team Resurgence also managed to think of folding back over A. Pushing into A, we have players about to face off. We have Anirudh versus unknown user, but he goes down by turning his back. Sakib gets a drop on Privis, and Privis 11 gets a drop on Sakib. We see a 3v4 situation come in, and Susanoo gets blinded by the enemy team's Omen.
Spike planted.
Spike gets planted by
Placing swarm grenade.
Anirudh as we have a 4v3 situation. With Anirudh missing most of his shots, but Darkon getting the kill for him. Could improve. Moving in, we have the last 2 players, Necromancer and Shaj of Team Resurgence, preparing themselves to push into diffusers. Will they get the win? Necromancer moves in, gets 2 kills on Privis and Anirudh. It's a 2v2 situation.
player
He
standing.
goes down in the hands of Dark Cloud. Like, just 7 minutes. Team Furious 5 managed to pushing 6 against Team Resurgence. Moving into the आ गया था Moving into the 9th round of the game, we have Furious 5 pushing into A site, about to face off against unknown user and Akshat holding down the angles. Frivis managed to get the top season out as Team Furious 5 managed to maintain their teammates alive. We have Anirudh trying to get a flank. Rahul takes down Necromancer, unknown user takes down
Last player standing.
Anirudh gets a drop on Dark unknown user as we move into a 3v1 situation and the attackers take the win by killing Saki. GG's, guys. Entering into the 10th round of the game, we have Rahul of Team Furious 5 leading the scoreboard with 11 versus 4 kills as his KD. Check Aslan. Live stream.
Rip the light from them.
Vinoko. Okay, good. Moving in to the 10th round of the game, we have moving into the 10th round of the game, we have a 4v4 situation coming up with Necromancer face off against 2 players, but he gets taken down in the hands of Darkling. Susanoo pushes in and gets down. We have 2v3 situation with Susanoo deploying his blinding cone, manages to blind all of Team Furious 5 as they're setting themselves up to move in. Team Resurgence aggressively pushing it up A site as Team Furious 5 switch up their strategy and start side B. Will Team Furious 5 start switching over ASAP? Let's see. Anirudh, the spike carrier, moving in, starts planting the spike as
30
his teammate
seconds
comes
left.
in to
Spike
cover.
planted.
Frivis 11 tries to play against Susanoo, but he goes down. We have a 2v2 situation with Susanoo of Team Resurgence at lower health.
You should run.
As Anirudh manages to use his ultimate and bring in the Killjoy. The Killjoy is up and both enemies are out of the range. Resurgence manages to try to get a flank.
Your duty is not over.
Susanoo moves in but doesn't manage to get himself in position.
Out of charges.
We have a revive by Team Resurgence, but it's not enough. Moving into the 11th round, we have an 8v2 situation of Team Furious 5 against Team Resurgence. Team Furious 5 absolutely dominating over Resurgence. Will Resurgence get a comeback? Let us see. Alright, let's get started. We have Necromancer of Team Resurgence gets setting a position on the C side.
The hunt begins.
Team Furious 5 moves in on it and B.
You will not
Saki
kill my
going in,
allies.
about to face off against Two of his opponents try to get a detonation, but doesn't manage to hit him. Susanoo gets the man to destroy the barrier, moves in and takes down Anirudh. Susanoo, blinded, retreats. We enter a 5v4 situation with Resurgence in the lead.
Satchel out.
Team Resurgence stacks up, gets to manage one kill, but the Darkstone manages to get double kill. And User and Saki managed to take down Team Furious 5 to get another win in their
Last
pocket.
round before the switch.
Moving up, the last round as Team Resurgence on the defender side.
Need a drop.
Okay, moving in. We have all of them meeting up on mid. Frivis managed to get the drop on Akshaj. And Necromancer tries to get a flank and moves in to side B. Anirudh managed to get the spike and the turret down. Necromancer moves in, gets
One enemy remaining.
gets Darklon, but he gets taken down. Frivis
Healing.
Team Furious 5 just managed to
Switching
dominate
sides.
this as we move into as we switch sides. We have
Turret out.
okay, we have Team Resurgence on the attacker side with Team Furious 5 on the defender side as we move in. The first round after we switch sides. Okay, setting it up as Team Resurgence prepares themselves to go to B side. Costa.
Feeling sight. Out of charges.
Moving in. Ooh, Rahul managed to get a triple kill in the game using his nade and shot. Beautiful work. Unknown user moves in,
Last player standing.
takes down Darkon but falls in hands of There is stuck in Dark Bubble, switches his weapon, and the defenders win the game.
player standing.
Switch చేసాక చెప్పు.
All dead? I have more tests to run.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing frame issues. We are fixing the stream. Sorry for the issues. We are having frame issues. We will be continuing the stream again at 9 p.m. with the third and fourth.
Turret out.
With the remaining 4 matches.